It's payback time.
I'm just totally messing with you guys. I'm sure by the title you now know what I'm talking about here. But today I wanted to talk about this is basically, and I just want to put it out there. This is my Yelp review towards McLaren. This is nothing more. This is not for those guys that have 1 million McLarens. This is not for anyone that is a big owner, a billionaire. This is not a video for them. This is for those who are dream chasers that want to get their dream. And if that dream happens to be a McLaren, this is my experience with it. Nothing more, nothing less. This is a video that's really hard for me to make because I didn't want to make it for the longest time, but it's been burning inside. It's a video about my Senna and what happened with McLaren and with my Senna and the experience that I had, because I legitimately loved McLaren. I loved all the McLarens that came out. I once made a video saying why I refused to buy a McLaren. I made like 4 points. 1, their cars have like some mechanical problems. 2, they need to figure out their lineup. 3, the P1 would be the only one that I buy, or a hypercar. And 4, I can't remember what it was. But it was nothing other than when they're ready, I'm gonna buy that, because the McLaren F1 has always been my favorite car. And as you guys know, I've spent about $3 million with McLaren. Let's do the math. $1.5 million in my Senna, $500,000 in my orange LT. That's $2 million. $400,000 on the black LT that I had, and another $400,000 in the 720s that I got. So I'm sorry, the clickbait title, damn it, $2.8 million on McLarens. That's how much money I've spent with McLaren in just a few cars, 4 cars to be exact with you. And I was very happy with everything. You know, I love the cars, I enjoy them a lot. I think they are today still the best cars that anyone's making. They're the most exciting, they're the fastest, they have great feel on the steering wheel, they have great feel with the road. I adore those cars. And I was able to achieve my dream by buying a hypercar McLaren when the Senna came out. So I bought my McLaren Senna last December, and that's the last McLaren that I ever bought. And as you guys know, 11 days later, it burned down. And my experience ever since has been horrible, and I don't know what to do. I just want to get this video out so I can finish with this chapter, because I'm done just thinking about it, and it's just something that's boiling inside of me, because I feel like no one should ever get treated like this. I could be wrong, maybe I deserve it or whatever. So when I bought my McLaren Senna, 11 days later it burned down out of nowhere. And the day it burned down, I remember getting a call from someone at a McLaren dealer saying, hey man, let me tell you that whatever you did to the car, if you were smoking in your car, if you asked in your car, if you put plants somewhere in the car where they shouldn't be, we're gonna know. We're gonna do an autopsy in the car, and we're gonna find out what exactly happened to the car. And to be honest with you, I was like, well, that's good. I wanna know what's going on. But then after hanging up the phone, I started feeling like this. I got this feeling that they were blaming me for the fire of the car, which makes no sense. I mean, this is a car that I've been dying to get ever since I have memory of anything. I mean, I've always wanted a McLaren F1. I knew that was not gonna be something that I could achieve fairly soon. So then the second one was, I'm gonna get the new hypercar, the P1. And instead of getting the P1, I got myself a Senna. And it was truly the best day of my life. I cried, very sensitive. After that phone call with them, they also told me, you better get paid from your insurance quick, because these cars are going up in value. And I thought, wow, that's harsh. That's really harsh for someone that just lost their car, not to their own fault, but to say, you better get this insurance money quick, because these cars are going up and we're gonna charge you more. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. If someone has a problem with any of my articles, any of my clothing, coffee, whatever it is, we'll send them another one. I mean, it's just what businesses do. So whatever, I let that go. I didn't think about it. And then I messaged the principals at McLaren, not the CEO, but some principals at McLaren. And I said, hey guys, my Senna just burned down, and I want to tell you that the dealer told me that I better get my insurance money from my car soon, because the prices are going up in the car. And I thought that wasn't right. And they replied back with an even better response. Alejandro, I'm devastated for what happened to your car, but because you did not order the car from us, we can't talk to you about it. And that was really weird to me, because I bought this car from a McLaren dealership. Not only that, I was the first registered owner. If you Carfax my car, there's never been anybody else registered under that Senna. I was just the first owner. So not only I paid extra to a dealership, which they're saying obviously the owner, the original guy who ordered the car is taking all of the money, they're telling me that they're just not gonna talk to me about this. And I left it like that, and I said, you know what, as time goes by, I'm sure they're gonna turn around and reach out and say, hey, How can we help you? What happened to your car? What can we do for you? I wasn't gonna make a video on the car. I didn't want anyone to know that the car had burned down. It was unfortunate that someone else came in, took a picture of the car and posted on Instagram, and then just tagged me, and everything just went to shit after that. So of course took advantage of that and just documented the whole thing and put it up on YouTube for everyone to see, and also for insurance, because it made my life way easier with insurance. But there was always that feeling that somehow they thought it was my fault that the car burned down. And I never understood why. They even put a lot of people on notice that were close to the car. That means the insurance company put a lot of people on notice that worked on the car. I think it's ridiculous. No one ever worked on the car. Those stickers that you saw, the 7 stickers, which, by the way, 7's back there. The 7 stickers that you saw on the car were installed by the McLaren dealer. So we never touched the car. And time went by, and I figured, well, at least they're gonna reach out with something. They just never did. They never wanted anything. They never were to even offering. Like, I was really fucked up after that thing happened. I not only fucked up with the cars, I couldn't make as many videos as I wanted. I was not in a good headspace at all. And just the fact that no one even called, like, hey man, how you doing? Are you okay? Just that, like, blows my fucking mind. Especially, again, after spending almost $3 million in just 4 cars with them. Like, at what level do they take you seriously? And I understand, this is not gonna happen to the billionaires. This is not gonna happen to their best clients. This is not gonna happen to anyone that's a loyal McLaren customer. This is only gonna happen to those who are buying their first dream car that is so expensive and they pay over sticker to a McLaren deal. I don't know, like, what I did to deserve that. And again, I don't think that's right. It really fucked me up until today. I'm still dealing with that problem. I didn't sue them like most of you guys were saying. That was a joke, obviously. And well, it was a joke for me, but a lot of you really thought that I was gonna sue McLaren. That's retarded. I don't know. I didn't do anything, I feel like, to deserve that kind of shit credit. So this is my Yelp review of McLaren. If you wanna buy a McLaren, that's dope. Just make sure you don't pay over, have it burned down, because McLaren will not respond. And then most of you are wondering, so what exactly happened to the car at the end of the day? What was the verdict? What was that autopsy that they were gonna find you guilty of ashing in the car or putting leaves somewhere in the engine that you shouldn't have? And there's no answer. There's absolutely no answer. And I think that's just ridiculous at this point. It's been 6 months since the car burned down, and they don't have an answer to this. And all I've gotten is the cold shoulder from the car company that I like the most out there. So if I'm seeming a little confused as to, like, so what do you like today? What is your favorite? I don't know what to say. I love McLarens, but I hate the company. I'd have to be an idiot, and you tell me if I'm wrong, to go back and give him an extra cent. I would have to be a moron, right? After the car burned down, I was waiting on just maybe some time for my wife to, like, forget about it and maybe let me get another one. And then we just saw, like, a speed-tailed mule just caught on fire. And I know that, you know, it's this one and some other cars that have caught on fire, but every other car maker has cars that catch on fire. It's not a big deal. But my wife was just never let it go. And then these guys, the way they treated me was, I think, disgusting. I don't know about you guys, but I personally feel disgusted. I've never spent so much money with something, and gotten treated like that. I mean, fucking Porsche always treated me so well after all of their fuck-ups. After every single one of their fuck-ups, they owned up to it, and they always treated me right. But McLaren doesn't seem to care, and I guess that's what I deserve for making videos of McLarens that I love so much, that I spent my hard-earned money on. So yeah, I just want to close that chapter by saying McLaren sucks balls as a company. I love their cars, and if I ever drive another McLaren, I'm gonna enjoy the fuck out of it, but I'm just not gonna talk well about the company at all, ever again. And I know that it's not gonna make a difference with anyone. I'm fucking nobody. I get it. But I want to close this chapter. And this video is for those of you who are thinking, oh, I got my first $2 million to spend on a crazy car. What car should I buy? Here's my piece of advice. If you want something that will give you a good feel and you want to feel like at ease at all times, don't buy a McLaren. That's the only piece of advice I have for you. I mean, Horatio has always been so gracious with all of the problems and all of the shit that happened. He was always there for me. Always. Whenever I had a problem with the car that did this, hey Alejandro, here's this, we're sending you this present, we're sending you that, we care, how you doing? Horatio texted me personally several times. I think that's the way to go when you're spending more than $1 million in a car, and especially more than $2 million on a car brand, $3 million in a car brand. But that's just me. Anyways, I just wanted to make this video to say that to everyone that's aspiring to buy a supercar and you want to have a great experience, want to have fun, want to enjoy your car, maybe McLaren isn't the brand for you. I'm gonna leave you guys with that, and I promise you, this is the end of that chapter. And I'm sorry I've been so fucked up and all over the place. I'm just a sensitive guy, what can I say? Oh, you fucking pussy, you're so sensitive, you care about things. I guess I am, so thank you everyone for watching, everyone that has supported me this whole time and through these rough times, I appreciate it, and all of you who don't, I understand, man. We all have different points of view. But thank you very much to all of you. Take care and take it easy.